Aloha, friends and neighbors. Welcome to show 857. This is Rollin Frost, an astrologer on the Kona coast of the Big Island. I've been doing this show over 10 years. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to talk about Saturn today. You had an eclipse at 6 Scorpio near Saturn on the 25th of April. So we're going to talk a little bit about Saturn and do the sky mirror. And I want to get into the app for your iPhones a little bit too. So anyway, here we go. Let's talk the sky mirror. Let's talk astrology. Let's talk the science of time. That's really what it's all about. It's the science of time. No hocus pocus. Nope. Nothing occult here. Just good solid science, ancient science from the ancient world. And that's what we're about. Ben Franklin was quite a good astrologer. Shame to the age we live in. Aloha. I want to handle this Saturn thing right off the bat. On the 25th of April, you had a lunar eclipse on Saturn. Who is Saturn? Well, Saturn is the culprit. That is the guy to blame. He needs to be accountable. Who is he? He's a guy in a dark blue suit with the tie, suits and ties. I want to get into this a little bit. You're going to see a lot of them fall down in the next month. Rightly so. The trouble with our culture is there's no accountability. Who's accountable for the vice squads? The feds came over and taught vice squads how to take your house. Oh, we're going to take your house because you had a pot plant in the backyard. Confiscation. Who is responsible for that? Who is responsible for lying to us about the Iraqi war and costing all that blood and that treasure? Who is accountable? You ever see a judge in jail? A CEO? No. Corporate officers? When I first started with OSHA in the early 70s, OSHA tried to bust this barrier. There was a case of Lockheed in Southern California. It was a man down in a trench about 15 foot deep. OSHA inspector like me came around and said, "Hey, get him out of there, he's in danger. Can't do that. Against the law." Well, the supervisor talked to his manager, who talked to the vice president in charge of the job, and the vice president said, "No, continue, finish the trench." Next day, trench collapsed, man died. OSHA tried to prosecute the VP, the corporate officer who did that. It was directly the cause of the man's death. Countermanded an OSHA inspector. At least charge him with manslaughter. They took it to court. They couldn't get him. He was immune. You see, we have all these people we elect into office, and the first thing they do is make themselves immune and their friends immune from lawsuits. Yeah? The Bank of Hawaii is still taking $27 fines for $1 errors for a day. They were told not to. When they were told not to, they came around to me with letters and phone calls. Sign this, sign this. The feds say we can't take that money unless you have a signed permission. I wouldn't sign it. They did it anyway. They still took the money. Bang. Who is accountable? Who's accountable at the Center for Disease Control for covering up all the health data on pot and toluene? Who's accountable for that? That's the problem, is that all of these people are not accountable. You have to ask the question, who did that? How do you get those guys? If you're improperly imprisoned in this country like Roger Christie, who are the prosecutors and the police who did that? Who compensates the guy who's thrown in jail and was innocent? Do the prosecutors and the police compensate him? Oh no, they're immune. Like Ben Franklin said, shame to the age we live in. Come on, let's go look at the sky mirror. Just think about it a little bit. Yeah, immunity. Accountability. Sky mirror coming at you second week of April. Hey, let's go over the sky mirror for the next week. Let's see what's coming up for you in your life. A reminder, Uranus is still tightly squaring Pluto at 11 degrees, Aries and Capricorn. Folks, Uranus squaring Pluto, Pluto is control, a square is you can't, and Uranus is your mind, your inner dialogue. So here is a sanity problem. Mistaken public health or psychiatrist types have labeled it PTSD. You know, it really hasn't got anything to do with trauma, but it does come up on you kind of like claustrophobia. You can't control it. There's a lack of control. It gives you panic things. And claustrophobia too. So claustrophobia is very closely related. Try and ask a mental health professional about that. Anyway, we're having an epidemic of suicides. You see that almost daily in the news, and there's no way to explain it, except it is an epidemic. Anyway, there's that full moon conjunct Saturn. That's you got to throw that in the mix for a while. Let's check it out and see how it looks day by day for you. I've got the pattern here. It's notable to me that Saturn and Pluto and Neptune are all in cahoots here. They're sextiles and trines, and they're kind of working together really well. I don't trust any of them, frankly. Uranus is the Aquarian spirit, and he's tightly squared by Pluto. And if he steps out of line, the police come and take him away. Yes. You know what they just did in Honolulu? Made a special law to stop all of those Occupy Honolulu people from pitching a tent on the side of the sidewalk. And so they made a law that said, if you're not out of there, the police are going to come and confiscate everything. Confiscation. Anyway, the problem goes on. What's it like in your life? Well, here on May 2nd, if you're at May 2nd, you got a moon in Aquarius. And it's not too bad. You had a nice morning with a trine to Jupiter. Friday, after breakfast, the moon goes into Pisces. And when it does, you're in the Neptune zone. And you could get real dreamy. You could also get very religious and spiritual and sensitive. There could be a very good side to this. When you look at the aspects around it, oh boy, not bad at all. Starts Friday here about middle of the day with sextiles to Mercury. We're communicating. And then there's rainbows and colors and Jesus, and higher heart is coming out. There's sensitivity. Yes. And then Saturn comes in. And it feels traditional and good that what we're doing here, oh yeah, this is good traditional church music. and Mars is there, the heroes are here. Let's have some military marching music while we're at it. And finally there's Pluto. Pluto comes in Saturday morning, and oh yeah, we need more police. I'm seeing that in the media now. In fact, I'm seeing that here on the Big Island. We got more policemen coming, as if that's going to make us all feel a lot better. Oh, good, more DUI roadblocks, more seatbelt rip-offs, more guys in black carrying guns trying to get our money for doing nothing that hurts anybody else. You know, you could speed 5 miles over the speed limit. What's that mean? You endangering anybody? Probably not, but they'll get you. Open container, they'll get you. Don't wear your seatbelt, they'll get you. Look like you're talking on the cell phone, they'll get you. They'll get you for any damn reason at all and get your money. So I hope you understand this, because this is a rah-rah time here. This must be big football or something Friday and goes through Saturday. By the time you get to Saturday about dinner time, there's a square to Jupiter and you feel like you might have overdone it. Finally, about 2 a.m. in the morning, Sunday morning, you know, there's a nice sextile to Venus. Stay in bed, you know, relax. There could be some sugar around, but it won't be because of all the rah-rah stuff. No. Moon's in Pisces all the way through Sunday until you get to the afternoon. And then the moon shifts into Aries, and the vibes change a lot. Starts to get electric, starts to get shaky. Yeah, we're in the shaky zone again. That the full moon on April 25th kind of took us out of the exaggerated shakiness when that moon at 7 Libra opposed Uranus. So, but still, the crazies are here. Here's bombs, here's plutonium, here's guns. Doesn't seem like anything can be done about it. Here's the poor Occupy people. The cops came and took everything in their tent. Took their meds, took their food, took their laptop, took everything. Because what? Somebody made a law that said the cops could do that. That's the crazy stuff we got going on here. A law maker, somebody we elect, thinks they can make a law against all of our civil rights. Confiscation is prohibited in the Constitution. Get it straight. And yet our wise Honolulu Council just decided to get all those Occupy people out of there and confiscate all their stuff. Hard to believe, isn't it? But there you'll see it all Monday, and you may see some more gun violence and some more craziness, and it won't be till late Monday night. It's actually, again, midnight, 2 a.m. in the morning, Tuesday morning. There's finally a sextile to Jupiter, and you get a little understanding of all this stuff that's going on. What is this? It's like a song. What is that? There's a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware. Well, getting through Mondays and Tuesdays is what it's about, and staying out of trouble. On Wednesday, the moon's gone into Taurus, feels a lot different. But you're coming up onto that full moon that opposed Saturn. And so we got full lunacy here on Wednesday about the guys in the blue suits, the politicians, these old guys of authority, the old laws, the conservatives, the Republicans. What happened? Why are the bankers and the CEOs in jail? I'm told that our federal guy, the district attorney, won't prosecute people when banks because they're too big. Oh boy. So you're not going to like this, and it could be cold, and it could be old, and it's kind of depressing here on Wednesday. It comes in, let's see, Wednesday starts right here. Saturn comes in there. It's about lunchtime, around the middle of the day. Towards the nighttime, there's a trine to Pluto. Oh, the police will take care of it, sure. Or the military will take care of it late Wednesday night. Spare me. Full moon-itis. Exaggerated emotions. Things are too bigger than life here. Yeah. Thursday is the new moon. I'm going to talk about this. This is the 20-degree Taurus new moon, and it's kind of important. Nostradamus said the earthquakes were so big on the 20th of May, and that blah blah, that people think it's the date, the 20th. No, it's the degree. And this eclipse is at 19 degrees and a half Taurus and qualifies as the 20th degree of Taurus. So things could happen here. I'll do some astrocartography for you. But on Thursday,